Hello, footies, and welcome back to FUT in Review, episode 690, which also means it's FC26 day. Today, we'll talk about everything, our first impression about the game, what works, what doesn't, which icon did we pack, and most importantly, what we think of the game after one day. My name is John, I'll be your host today, and it's my pleasure to introduce you to the man, the Twinkle Toes himself, the man who's actually credited in the EA FC26 credits. So go check it out. It's none other than James Talendo77. Welcome back, James.
Hi John, good evening to our audience, good evening Art.
It wasn't a secret, right? I kept it a secret, and then suddenly you were in the credits.
Crazy, eh? Crazy things happen. Impossible things, John, eh? Absolutely delighted.
Yeah, rightfully so, man. Congratulations. Well done.
Congrats, James.
Thanks.
It's very cool to have you. We'll talk about it some more soon enough. But as you have heard there, the Velvet voice is back. It's all Chum, all the way from Poland. Welcome back, Art.
Good evening, John. Good evening, James. Good to be here, guys, and talk about the new game.
Definitely. And I have to admit that white headset of yours, the first time you wore it, I was like, I don't know, but it suits you really well. It's like a unique selling point now for you, mate. Looking great.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, guys, the FC26 launch has happened. But, James, let's start with you. The launch was a bit different because suddenly everyone was playing on a Thursday. What happened? Why didn't we miss that?
Due to possibly genius marketing, shall we say that, John? That you would have to go on EA Play, you get a 10-hour trial, and then boom, you're on the game. So it was a good thing in a way that there was no trips to New Zealand this year on both PS and Xbox. Well, Xbox, sorry, is the only New Zealand travels. So both of the consoles got it this year. But again, that's if you had to pay extra. So if we're looking at the bigger picture here, what you spend £90 on the game, and then you're paying a further £6 to get it 10 hours early, plus your actual early access that you've already paid for. So, yeah, interesting to say the least.
Yeah, some people said it wasn't fair because you paid £90 for the game. But if you paid £6 for a subscription, you could also play on the same day. Archie, what do you think about that?
I don't know, but whoever came up with that idea from EA should get a bigger promotion. I mean, that's just like amount of money they earned for that. It just, I believe it's huge.
Yeah, getting things early is always nice, right?
Yeah, especially that, the game was so much hyped this year, that the changes are coming and everybody wanted to see it by themselves. Because when you're looking at streams, watching the streams of other creators and stuff, you like don't see everything and you want to like taste it by yourself. So I think so many people bought the EA Play subscription for just 1 month just to try the 10-hour trial. Even at 6-7 p.m. You know what? I'm a sucker too because I bought it too.
Yeah, everyone did. Although it didn't launch as perfectly smooth as expected because it didn't launch properly on PC on that Thursday. That went the wrong way. And on Xbox, you could get a subscription, but then the game wouldn't launch all the time. So, well, that was a different story. And unfortunately, many Xbox players had to travel to New Zealand still while also getting the subscription. Yeah. So, although marketing-wise it was pretty good, it was pretty good for 1/3 of all the players out there, I think. Anyways, let's start with Art on this question because Art, we started the season. It's all live. First impressions, mate. How was the launch? Was it rocky? Could you log in? Are there any issues? What's your first thoughts about gameplay? And let's go from there, James.
I'm starting.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, sorry. Okay, regarding the start, launching, and everything you said about the problems and stuff, I wasn't disappointed because I was kind of waiting for some problems to occur, especially when they came out with the idea they're going to release the game sooner and stuff. It's like probably was too much work for them and stuff. So, but let's just, I want to give my first impressions about the game. It's a new game. Any comparison to FC25, because this is the previous game. We need time, guys, to adapt. It's like I see a lot of people already complaining. It's too soon. Let's just learn a little bit about this game. And what can I say? I'm playing on PC, and so far, the optimization for PC is much better than it was in on FC25.
Yeah.
So the game works smoother. I don't know if it's because less players join in the game and stuff. It's not released for full audience yet, but still, I enjoyed the smoothness of the game.
Yeah, it looks great on PC, I have to admit. It actually does look great. James, your first impressions. How was your launch?
I thought it was pretty good, to be honest. So just to let the listeners know, my experience is on the PS5 Pro, and again, just like Art says, it's the smooth. I think that's one word that a lot of people are describing this year about it. The left stick dribbling is very, very good. Just on day one, just noticing the passing is a lot crisper, without a shadow of a doubt. But again, it's still early days, definitely. One of the big factors is maybe for the worldwide release, and then champs is really where you can really judge it, to be honest. People can judge it if they want, early on or whatever time frame, but I feel you need to really play it for at least a week or two and then really just get it. But first impressions, it is pretty good, without a shadow of a doubt, yeah. But it's still early days.
Definitely. I don't want to ruin the mood, but shall I talk a little bit about my first experiences?
Of course, go ahead.
No, let's start with the good things. And the gameplay is actually really smooth, I do think. I feel much smoother. It feels very straight out. I like the menus are snappier for me, at least this year. But I did make one change, if you remember. I switched from Xbox as my main console to PlayStation. And I've not touched the game on PlayStation 5 last year at all on my own account. I just did a lot of head-to-heads from the coaching accounts and, well, on the tournaments, of course. So I'm not unknown with the PlayStation controller. I just had a preference for playing on Xbox. But this year I did run a poll over the summer, and people said you should play PlayStation. Then you can easily turn off crossplay if you need it. You'll find players, and why not? Like, yeah, probably good. I'll switch to PlayStation. Do you remember, guys, that they said when you make a new account, you have to earn your access to the transfer market?
Yep, we covered that in
Piracy.
this very podcast.
If it also happens to be so, do you also remember that I said I find it crazy that if you have an EA account, you have to still get 3 versions of the game and have to manage all those accounts differently? So if you have a Switch, Xbox and PlayStation, that's 3 Ultimate Teams you got to manage instead of just one where you can log in from all of the devices. That sort of came back to bite me this time around, because even though I've been playing Ultimate Team since day one on Xbox, and although I've played for years on PlayStation, and I can easily switch between both accounts on the web app, I can't access the transfer market on the PlayStation this year. I got to earn my access to prove that I'm not a bot. If I switch around to my Xbox account, I can just do it under the same login. But my PlayStation account doesn't allow it. Even if I spend points, doesn't matter. They still think I'm a bot or something. So you got to earn your access. So I was very happy with the fact they introduced this, as you might remember. But after playing whole day, I still haven't got access to the transfer market, because actually it's a pretty big chore. You first got to do some SBCs, then you got to play some more. You got to score, I think, 10 goals or something, which I did in squad battles. Then the next objectives unlocks, and you can't see what it is. So you unlock the next objective. You go in there, and it says, play 5 rivals, play 5 squad battles, and play 5 rush matches, which I already did before to get those goals in. And once you do that, it gets even worse. You got to play more and more and more. I think tonight will be the night that I get my transfer market access sort of back, or earn my way into it. But it's safe to say that if you have a new account, it will take you like half a day if you really grind a day. If you just play regularly, it takes you a full day to actually get access to it. Doesn't matter if you spend points. Doesn't matter if you played the game previous years. The weird thing, I start the game on Rivals, and it says, "Welcome back. Because you've earned Division," I think it says Elite, "you now start in Division 7." I think it was 7. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought it said something like that. But apparently everyone just starts at 7 because I haven't played last year. So how can I finish Elite? Unless they're looking at my Xbox account, which also should mean I should have had my access to the transfer market. And it's driving me nuts because I did pack some great players, honestly. I've got coins to spend. I can't spend them nor sell my players. And it's sort of bugging me out because I should have been further ahead at this stage of the day, if that makes sense, James. Or am I just complaining?
But just to clarify, John, what you said there, are you saying that you can't sell your players? Because I believe in the patch notes they said we could sell the players. So is that you just cannot sell the players at all and you can't access the transfer market?
You can't even compare price. I don't know if it's in the game anymore, but you can't compare price after you open a pack.
Oh, it's certainly in the game, aye, definitely.
So you can't even do that.
It sounds like a real slog, and your experience hasn't been that great, to be honest, John. And I'm praying that doesn't happen to me next week when I open up my RTG account. But it doesn't look. I can feel your pain on that one.
Yeah, I still get why they do it, and I'm still sort of behind it, but it's a little bit too strict in this case, and I do think it's really weird that still the overarching account from my EA account, which has this Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, and even the EA PC version account all underneath it, they don't talk to each other. And I think that's just crazy. They can see I'm a FUT founder. I'm even a FUT founder. but apparently still need to earn my way into the market. Archel, am I?
Yeah, there is something they should improve. I mean, as you're saying that your same name on every other account is the same, basically. So they should know you. I mean, they know you because I
verify on the same
image you got.
Address.
Welcome back, and you're starting Division 7. So it's like I understand why they do that for new accounts, and I totally agree with it because that would be exploited too much.
Exactly. Yeah.
But when they know the name of your EAFC login name, I don't know. There's something that they should work on for a future reference. So and it shouldn't be that way. I mean, maybe play 5 games, just like, for example, you know what, and you're in for a transfer market, just to make sure that it's not a bot who stole the account details and stuff, whatever. You know what I mean? But you, as you said, you loaded FP points and stuff, and it's just, especially in the beginning of the game, you don't have access to the market. Those gold cards are incredibly in high value.
Exactly.
So when you're opening the packs, there's not much to pack, just the gold cards. So you're falling behind because of that, and you're still giving them money by buying FP points. So they should work on it for next year, for example, or whatever. But they should pay attention to that.
Cheers. I'm not getting crazy there, and I'm not being.
Not this time.
No, and it's. I mean, and it's all right, guys, because if I packed a player, which I did, and I want to sell that player, it probably gets worth more in the next coming days anyway. So it is sort of all right, but my play style or my game tactics are usually open packs, grind out squad battles, get the first rewards, buy that one striker I really want to have if I can, and then sit on my coins and build from there. I have 250,000 coins. I've got Isaac and I've got Musiala actually ready, along with a couple of other players, which I've backed, fortunately. But I can't sell them, nor can I buy the player that I want. So that's a little bit frustrating. I'm getting close. I will probably unlock it in, I think, 2 more hours of play. But that is a full day done, and not being able to get anything on the market is kind of frustrating, especially when there's objectives that want you to list players as well, for example.
Well, when you're running RTG First Owner, you don't mind that you have no access to transfer market. But in this case, when you're loading FP points, it's just like. But as I said,
as a bot would like to load FP points anyways, right? I thought maybe if you load up FP points, they can see you're not a bot. But they can see it because I'm not a bot because they are on the same EA account anyways. So it's a bit crazy. Welcome back. Here's your FUT founder award.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But hey, that's what it is. We'll probably be forget it next week. Um, should be all right. Gameplay. I want to talk quickly about gameplay. Let's start with James. James, how have you started your season? Any good? Well, let's start with that. Have you packed any good players? Have you packed R9 actually from the Icon Rewards? And where you at in your competitive play styles now?
I haven't packed R9, unfortunately. I'll tell you straight away. I got Steffi Jones, so I'm delighted about that. Absolutely.
You can see
Also,
that, yeah.
yeah, definitely. So that wasn't great. My first walkout was, I believe, Rodri, and that was the 60 moment stars. That was one of the first things I done, to be honest, to get that pack. So I got Rodri. It's tradable as well, so I sold him. So that was good. I packed out other ones. I got Diaby and I got Pulisic. I didn't really think anything of it, and then I'd realised they were like 18k or 20k or whatever. So it was like brilliant. So I'll sell them. So I was like up to like 60, 70k. I haven't really got my team sorted that much. I haven't played squad battles. I went straight into rivals with just like a terrible
Daring.
terrible team in Division like 7, like we all are. I've played 7 games of rivals, John, and I've won 1. So I haven't had the best experience in terms of gameplay, in terms of winning games, but that still hasn't put me off though. I can still understand that we're at a new game. We'll just takes our time. Do you know what I mean? The first time I played this game, I went 5 years with winning a game, so it's no bother to me. So it's just all about maintaining that in practice. Every year, it gets difficult. Every single year, I give a bad start, and then all of a sudden you just get in a flow, and then boom. So it's all just about getting the tactics, the formation. I should do like what you do, John, and just buy that striker, then you're guaranteeing yourself a player that's going to get you goals that you want, basically, other than just try and be lucky, really, in an average squad. But apart from that, I've played Rush as well. That was good. I've done my SBCs. I've yet to do marquee matchups. We'll talk about obviously the content later. But other than that, I've been okay coins wise with my 2000 FC points as well. I didn't get any walkouts though in 2000 points. Only walkout was for that pack and then other packs for objectives, really. So I'm okay with the coin balance. So I just need to basically just build a team and get better at the game, John. But other than that, day one, mate. So fine with that.
Yeah. Archum, your start. Tell us
Well,
all about it.
regarding the pack lock, I think I spent, of course, my first 2K from Ultimate Team Edition order on packs. We had only, I think, gold packs in the store, so no promo packs and then stuff. And the pack lock was incredible, I think, for only those 2K, because I got tradable cards, because there are tradable packs. Saliba, Marmouche, Marcola, so Tonali. So it's a pretty good story, you know. So and today, actually, I know that we didn't discuss that yet, but I packed from Icon Ultimate Edition order Iniesta, so the card that I wanted to. But let's me talk about the gameplay and my first experience. So in my opinion, we all expect the things that work in previous game to work in this one. And we have the habits from the previous game, and we're doing something. We're dropping from very good cards with the boosted stats to gold cards. We're forgetting about that. So we're doing something in this game, and we are expecting to work. And we didn't learn the new game yet. We haven't learned it. So, and I'm doing the same. I'm not different than everybody else. I'm like, this is not working. This is not working. This is where the frustration comes from people. But guys, you have to understand that this is not the same game. We still in a learning process, and this is the beautiful part of the new game. Because if it's gonna be the same like last year, why do we need to change? Do we need to buy a new game at all? Like, no reason, right? So I played today a couple games of squad battles. I played the tournament, that first entry tournament, whatever it calls, right?
Hi.
So in my third attempt, I actually won. But it was sweaty as hell. Thank you. And you know what? The best part is, I wanted John and James with a formation with the three backs.
Wow. Okay.
Every tournament I was trying to do something new, some new formation, just trying to find what's working in this game. I'm still far behind and to know that, but I created some tactics with a 3-5-2 formation, and I won it. And I'm not saying it's like the three backs are back. We'll see that, but I just because. It was tough defending. It was really tough. But we have two new instructions they implemented for center back, that white defending, and for left mid, that support, that he's coming back supposedly to defend. So that was what we were missing in the FC25, because the left mid and right mid, they were not helping you at all, and you were just stuck with the three defenders. So right now he kinds of come back, not like totally, but it's a little bit deeper than it was before. But the attack was crazy. So I basically outscored my opponents, and that's how I won the tournament. So regarding the gameplay, just last sentence.
Yeah, no worries.
Too soon. I see improvements, but I see a lot of things that I have no clue about how they work. I see the dribbling better with the left stick, but I was like expecting even a little bit more. But I'm forgetting that we're using gold cards.
Yeah.
That's first thing, with no play styles, like with no dribbling stats. And the passing is definitely better. And to be honest, I've seen so many crazy passes from my opponents. I have no clue how they do that. There was just crazy passes, and I wish I can learn that soon enough. So there is so many things to discover in new game. We just have to be patient and just take the process, learn step by step.
Yeah, I think it might be a somewhat longer journey. I'd say always it's time to go back to school for a bit for us. You know what happens for me constantly? I'm constantly trying to green time my shots, which ends up, if you do it too quickly, into a low driven shot. You know what I said last time? Low driven might be too strong. It is very strong, because I've shown James a couple of goals that I scored, but just going 1-on-1, just double tapping and do the normal low driven shot, and the goalkeeper just dives over it, because goalkeepers probably aren't good enough yet to take them all, right? Maybe that changes in a couple of weeks. And that's why I'm also afraid to say this is too strong or this is too strong. Because, for example, I thought Finesse wasn't that strong. I packed Isaac tonight. Isaac, I think you call him. He said Finesse plus. Well, actually, then it does work. So I think the play styles play like an even bigger role than before on how you can use your player, which I personally don't mind. But I do feel like excited, refreshed by playing this. Although my first 5 rival matches were all against 4-3-1-2. Am I saying that correctly? Yeah, I think
4-2-1-3.
Yeah, 4-2-1-3. And they were playing exactly the same as they ended last year. I play a flat 4-4-2. I might switch to a 5-back, like you said, overlapping fullbacks, because you do have some fullback. I got Davies and Frimpong now going on the wing backs, so they seem pretty good and going forward as well. So I might change that. But honestly, I definitely outscored all my opponents. I won one match 9-3. The second match I won 10-0. The third match I won 7-0. Because the through balls aren't that strong anymore. If when they're through, but it's actually a little bit easier to defend them, because you can switch earlier to your defender and they will walk along with a little bit better. So I think that's quite handy in this case. James.
It's funny you mention that, John. The passing is a lot better than last year, but what you're talking about, the through balls, I feel they've boosted the X passes like fantastically, which the way that to a level where it should be, but I think they've nerfed the through pass. The through pass was very good last year, and it doesn't. Early days still, but it's very. I think it's nerfed definitely. I feel they've put the X pass up and strong, and then they've nerfed the through pass. But again, it's still day one. But it's funny that you mentioned that, John. I felt the exact same.
Or maybe they're so used to having such great players, which always work, that this time around it's defendable.
Yeah, regarding playstyles as well, that you mentioned as well. So yeah, definitely.
And also, I should mention, I've not put any chemistry styles yet on cards, for example. So there's, and it's still a long way to go. I just quickly checked what I should do to actually unlock access to the transfer market. So after going through 3 groups, you need 1 more group, and for that one, here it comes. You have to play 10 matches in any Ultimate Team game mode. So another 10 matches. Complete 5 rush bonuses. So 5 of those matches probably is best to play on rush. Here it comes. Assist 25 times in any Ultimate Team game mode. And this starts from scratch. The ones I did before don't count. And complete any 2 SBC groups. And then you can access the market. So that's at least 5 squad battles and 5 rush games away, I still think. So another hour or so, a little bit over an hour. Should
Probably.
be, yeah. So it's I won't say the bots are dead, but I can definitely see them being a little bit slowed down by so far.
Guys, I just want to
So am I.
couple more cents about the gameplay. John,
Yes.
you mentioned about the low-driven shot.
Yeah.
And I thought, like, in a FC26, I mastered it, and I have to relearn it actually because,
because the
even
buttons are
though
different.
I'm like used to, as you, to green shot, to making but it's not the case. I mean, this, if you that power up the first time you press the shoot button for power up, this is what messes up in my head. So I still have to learn. Sometimes I'm pressing the second time too late and just go as a regular shot. So it's not that easy as it seems to, like, because when you just press twice for low driven, it's just too weak. So it's not that easy to learn with the power up, just to make enough power for the shot. And you know what? Regarding the high scoring games, the game punishes you for mistakes.
Yes.
When you're defending, there is, I think, for at least now, the spam tackling is gone. I mean, you can, and people get used to from EFC25 just to press spam tackles, and the recovery was much faster for defenders that time in the previous game. In this game, I press tackle, I miss the tackle, basically that defender is gone. I have to like switch right away to another player, bring him back. And it's like domino effect, right? I'm bringing another player, and there's always some opening, and AI is utilizing in attack of my opponent, utilizing those empty spaces. That's why people who don't, rely too much last year on AI defending or any other like stuff with the defending connected, are struggling a little bit and they're upset, right? So defending is hard and stuff. We're just like every year we're starting with something to complain about, but it is hard because you have to think. You cannot just spam tackle and just think about recovering the ball. But when you spam correctly, the ball stays with you.
Yeah, when you have it, you have it. It doesn't bounce off.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's rewarding when you defend properly.
I had a couple of tackles today where I just bodied my opponent from the ball, like used a new shielding mechanic as well. And you just get the ball, you put your body in between, and they just fumble over. And that felt extremely satisfying. They used to be able to just run straight to you, and I don't think that's actually a thing anymore. What about you, James?
From the audience point of view, what are you using? Advanced defending or tactical defending? Like, for example, I think it was default this year, advanced, or I didn't change it. It was on the advanced, and I played that last year. Maybe it's just kept for last year, but I've been trying again advanced defending. Like, just for the audience point of view, when you guys are talking about defending, they might wonder, like, what are you going to use? What are you using at the moment?
Let's ask Archum first. Archum, because you're...
I'm using advanced, and you know what? I'm gonna stick with it now because I'm still learning the game. I'm not sure if it's better or it's worse. It's tougher without playstyles, like Bruiser at least. Like for me, for defenders, those shoulder challenges. But I want to decide if I want to tackle or I want to challenge the defender by shoulder. I want to have that decision to make. So that's why I'm using advanced defending, right?
Yes, and I agree. Although I have to admit that if you're struggling with defending right now, especially at the start of the game, don't mind if you put tactical defending on first and let the AI decide for you. It's no, I mean, for us, it's different. Like, I think we were like, Artyom and myself, for example, we train people to use it. So it wouldn't make much sense to not use it ourselves without right. But there's no shame or anything like that to put. There's also no right or wrong in here. Like it's preference. I say, especially with, for example, precision shooting. You turn it off, you turn it on. It's your preference. It has advantage over the others. You have better angles to shoot at, but you are more likely to miss something. It's risk versus reward, and the same goes for tactical defending against towards advanced defending. I use advanced defending. You do as well, James. I think it is the way to go. But if you're struggling right now, why not put it on tactical for a while? I want to talk about one thing that I'm not getting used to, James, and that's a new camera. Have you tried that?
Which one is that, John? Is that the tactical one or something like that? Because I think I'm just so autopilot when it comes to FIFA settings. I straight away co-op 20 and then 20
Yeah,
height
max zoom.
zooms.
Yeah.
Aye, exactly, John. So
I did this.
you need to tell me about this.
Yeah, this is the ultimate. How's it called? Ultimate camera.
I think it's a EA
EA camera.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
So I started my first rifle match, and that was on. I was like, "Oh, this looks cool." I had to stop it halfway through because I couldn't. It was very distracting for this old man here. So I had to put it back, like you said, James. The old setting. It does look really good. Not gonna lie, it looks very exciting. But I do miss that I can't see. Like I do miss the overview a little bit, and it zooms out. But it zooms out it zoomed out too late for me, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I found it really hard to see the angles. So I turned that off for now. I might turn it on later because I do think there's something to it. But I was like, am I getting this bad? Like the first match, I was 3-0 behind in like 25 minutes. And I was like, there's something off here. You're playing good players now, right? Don't get me wrong. It's like the results, like you said, James, at the start of this game, don't focus too much on the result. If it's bad, it will get better. If it's good, don't worry. You'll probably get a beating somewhere along the line as well. So it will settle out in a week or two as well to who you play in. But it was so bad. I was like, I'm making mistakes. I'm mistiming things. What's going on here? My mind just couldn't comprehend the differences. So I switched back to co-op and all the way I zoomed out as well. And now it was good. I actually won that match 6-3. So the second half, I'm not saying it's all the camera, but that did make me feel much more comfortable. And I think starting this game out feeling comfortable is a good thing. So if that means tuning your settings to old settings just to get started, actually that's fine, right?
Definitely. And then the new setting that I certainly turned off, John, and was turned off shadows. Thank God for that. Hallelujah that we've got that in the game. So that's really cool.
I turned that back on.
No, you're winding me up, John.
Yes.
You're winding me up.
Yes, and I also tell you, you can turn pitch shadows off, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I turned mine off.
Yeah, so I turned that off. And the pitch looked absolutely horrible. It didn't make sense in my head. There's no shadows. It felt really wrong. And I was like, most competitive matches you play in the EA stadium anyways later on. So I don't care too much. So I'm turning it back on because it does look really weird. It looks very artificial without.
Okay.
That makes sense. So I turned it back on. I'm a sucker for graphics. And sometimes my mind just says, you know what? This doesn't compute. I'll go back. If it's getting too frustrating, I might turn it on. It's a good thing to have, don't get me wrong. And I'm hearing great stuff about the color settings now as well in the game. So that's terrific. Art, before we take a deep dive into the content, or actually we'll take a dive into the content. Is there anything you wanted to say about your first days in FC26?
Well, you guys spoke about the camera. So, the funny thing is I enabled that camera, that EA cam. And, well, I didn't like it that much. It was too zoomed out for me. I'm used to play right now, like from previous 2 years, on Classic or telebroadcast. But I'm playing on Classic mostly because of that huge monitor that I have. It's just like, for me, it's better to play on classic. But the funny part is, and I'm like, I cannot change the camera. What the hell is going on?
Oh yeah.
You know, and I didn't know that one thing that I press that changed to enable that camera, it means that I cannot use any other camera. So
Yeah.
it's like didn't change in the game, and I was like going crazy. I'm like, okay, maybe it's because the launch day, you know, that EA Play first 10-hour trial mistake, whatever, you know, and I'm like watching today in the morning some YouTube content creator, and he's talking about the camera, and he's saying if you want to use other camera, disable this, and I'm like, of course. And
it doesn't say
since
that.
I disabled it, I can use my camera, the one that I want to. So I'm playing on classic, right? Regarding the shadows, I cannot play without player shadows. The stadium shadows are turned off, but the player shadows are on. So I need to, because it's like John said, I need to feel at least like some.
There's no depth. I think
Exactly. It's like too artificial, as you said. It's like, it's not for me. I mean, I know it probably maybe boost tiny % of your performance, whatever. I don't care.
You won't notice the difference, I reckon.
Especially me. I'm too old to notice those stuff. So.
Yeah. So this was the top tip from Artyom. If you want to use any other camera than the EA IQ cam, I think it's called, then go into your settings, go to camera, turn the EA camera off first, and then switch the setting below. Just below that setting, you can set up your own camera.
Your game is fine, guys.
If you keep the first on, it will not go back from that one. So I think that's an important one to notice. I quickly want to mention Rush, James. Rush has been, a rush for me. I've had players passing. I had players keeping in the match. I've had players doing objectives. But then again, so did we last year. But I had somewhere mistakenly read, I think, that I could play the goalkeeper. But that was in Rush clubs and not in FUT clubs. In the FUT, right? I was completely offset by that. I opened it. I was, let's play Rush now. It's like, I can't even be the goal. Oh, that is not in Ultimate Team. So sorry for that inconvenient mention I did last week. But me really want to play the goalkeeper in, Rush. But it's been pretty smooth experiences for me so far. How about you?
Yeah, definitely. I've played it a few times, Sean. It's good. I'm getting players that are actually passing, which is crazy. But also, there's a new, what terminology would you call it? A new communication wheel, if you like. There's many things that you can say lock in or GG, so it's not the generic thanks or the 4 options that we have. So that was like a small detail to it. I thought that was pretty cool that you can do that. I believe it's now you've 4 different sections, so left, up, right and down on the D-pad, and then you've got 4 different selections in that category. So that's pretty cool. Lock in, you can tell the opponent to lock in, stuff like that. It's the small things, guys, but it's good for that point of view. And in terms of gameplay, don't really notice much difference, just the same old Rush. Different camera angles, since we're talking about camera angles when you celebrate or when you score. But it's same old Rush, a great addition to the game, so long it may continue, and hopefully with the guidelines that they put in place now, hopefully the community doesn't destroy it like we did last year.
Yeah. Artyom, you played any Rush yet?
Yeah, not yet. Just
We'll
the tournament squad battles. I haven't touched even the rivals yet. You know what? One more thing about the tournament that I played. My opponents, I've seen the guys, they did some really crazy stuff. I mean, it seems like they had the game 1 year before than me, previous than me. It's like, it's unbelievable what you can do in this game, and I just have no clue yet how. So
you've been dribbling wise.
Yeah, I'm eager to learn.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I've seen crazy stuff, honestly, guys, and the skill level is up there.
Yeah. The best skill I've done so far is score a corner directly.
I've seen it. You posted actually on Discord, yeah.
I did, yeah.
Shitting on guys.
He moved his goalkeeper so far away. Like, maybe I can do this in drafts, actually. Bro.
And you actually, I think you changed the corner taker for the right foot, so it can, And
He
he
could have
didn't move
spotted it.
back. He didn't move back. Whenever I see that someone's changing the corner taker for the side of the foot that he's gonna use, the stronger foot side, so I'm moving my goalkeeper back, and I'm seeing he's not moving at all, and I'm like, of course.
Yeah. To be fair, it was Ginola in a draft, so that helped taking that shot as well. Content o'clock, James. It was 7. We got icons. We talked about your icon. Artem, just quickly mention, what icon did you get again?
Iniesta.
Iniesta, of course. Yes, and I got... Oh, I forgot his name. I am so bad at this. I've got Cha Boom Koen. And
Sorry.
all I didn't want to get is Zlatan. So this is good for me. He actually looks pretty decent, 4-star, 5-star. And especially at the start of the game. I mean, free icon. We can't complain about this anyways, right? So that's good. James, but we also got some SBCs already. Tell us all about it. Well, I'll toss them on the screen.
Our first player SBC of FC26, and it was Reece James. Pretty decent card. I believe it comes to about 40k. A slight upgrade to his gold card in terms of you can see the difference in pace wise, so that's pretty good. Also as well, he's got quick step, which the gold doesn't have, so that's pretty good. And also because the gold only has whip, pass, jockey and bruiser, and then this has got quick step, relentless, and then of course whip, pass, jockey and bruiser. So it looks a decent card. Also as well, it's one of the things that I can get it. I've pre-ordered the game type thing if people are interested in that type of angle to it. It seems like a decent card.
I didn't realize it yet, but now I'm doing him.
There you go, exactly. I believe it's 83, 84 and 85 rated team. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. So in terms of content time, it was about 40k, but I see now it's dropped to 34. So that's pretty good. I feel quick step's quite important in a defender, and I kind of learned that a wee bit late on in FC25. So I think that's good. Does he become, forgive me, but does he change to lengthy, or is he just controlled, John?
He's still controlled without chemistry styles, of course.
Without chemistry styles, so he's controlled whatever you do. Would have been nice to have lengthy, but it's day one. It's a decent card, definitely. But in terms of other content, we had an objective card as well in the name of Naz. And I think that card looks pretty good. You've got Poacher ++. She plays for Tottenham in the Women's League. It looks a tasty card, to be honest, for the first couple of days. Decent pace, put her a hunter as well. And then base, you've got 89 dribbling. So that's pretty good. And that's an objective card. So, and then of course we've got another objective card in Squad Foundations Liga F, Hegel, which is a centre mid CDM. She's 83 rated. So decent for day one, to be honest. I'm still not sure if I'll do James or not, but in terms of at the start of the game, fullback's a position that's quite important at the start. I don't know if we've covered this, what you guys picked for your player pick out of the foundations. I went for the left back, Rugani. I did. I thought it looked a decent card, decent pace, left back. Suit me for the first couple of weeks. Atletico Madrid.
He's left midfielder as well.
Left midfielder as well, John. So yeah, it's decent. I'm more interested in doing the objective, and then again they've done the same, John. I think they started off in FIFA 25. We just complete 4 out of the 5 challenges, so you don't need to do all the challenges to get the card. So they've kept that. So that's pretty cool. And then of course there's an evolution as well, but in the next few days and coming weeks, we'll see better evolutions, and that'll rise up at the moment. But at the start, it's just really getting to grips, so like you've just touched on, really. So I think the content was okay for day one. How do you feel about it? And are you going to do Reece James?
Art?
Well, because it's a day one, right? So I don't know what we are expecting. We got one SBC, we got one evolution. I'm waiting to see how they're gonna move with the power curve.
Slow.
That's what I said. I know,
Yeah.
but the reason I'm saying that because, for example, we got the Rising Guard evolution that adds one defending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That actually might be a good evolution if we
Yeah.
consider they're gonna drop those kind of evolutions once a week. For example, I'm just saying, so you don't gonna have much chances to improve your cards. So that's what I'm saying. If they drop like in 2-3 days evolution where we can get a card +5 defending, I would say that's shitty evolution they dropped on day one.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But for today, I just want to see how they're gonna move with the power curve and cards. Rich James, 50K. I
It's
think
currently already back to 35.
Yeah.
So
it
it's,
is.
yeah, it's slowly dropping already.
Sorry, I'm looking at the PC prices. That's why I'm
All
just
right, so let's say between 30, 35, 35
exactly.
and 50K, but it's about the
I
same
think
price as
he would be
Frimpong,
worth
right?
that much on a market. That's all I want to say.
Yeah.
I
He's
think
like,
this is the card that would be probably around 30-40K on the market right now, maybe a little bit less. So if you just look at the rows, because his main rows are just getting to inside of to the middle to the pitch, inverted wing back, falls back. Just take that into consideration if you want to use that way the player. The
But he-
stats for the beginning of the game, I cannot complain about.
no, my thing was like, it's cool SBC, but he's about the same price as a Frimpong, for example, and I'd rather take a Frimpong. But I will do the SBC because James said it's the 1 week you can get something and nobody else did. Right, James? What do you want to add on to this?
I just want to add on to the conversation exactly what Art's saying about roles. That's vital. And I failed to mention when I was going over Reece James that he's also got a plus in fullback compared to his gold card. So that's pretty good. So well reminded there. I just thought I'd add that to the audience, just so the audience are aware. I think that's a vital thing to have plus on the fullback instead of having none. So pretty decent. Just when Art was talking about roles, that reminded me.
No, fair enough. Also, James, there's a rumor going around the internet currently that you've already packed Virgil van Dijk.
No chance, John. Unfortunately not. Was it
Ah,
yourself?
no, it wasn't. It wasn't. No, I have to be honest. I packed Musiala in the first pack I opened yesterday. It was in there, so
That's
I
right.
started out great. In the 200 packs I opened afterwards, not so much. But that's quite all right. Can't really complain about that, can we? It's right. Oh man, I can't wait to get going there. But I want to end this show with one tip for the people listening here and just starting to get the gripe with this game. Let's start with Art. Your one tip you should give players that just start out now.
Guys, step by step. Honestly, listen to our show. We're gonna
Always a good tip.
yeah, we don't want to drop to you right now too many information without testing it. Like today, I've seen already 10 meta tactics.
Aye.
We just started, guys. We play 5, 4, maybe 10 games, and you're already dropping meta tactics. They're not meta tactics. They're just someone who just want to upload for clicking bait. Just we want to test the games, and we'll introduce to you the tips that are really worth to implement to your game. But take it slowly. It's a new game. It's a day one. Have fun. Don't get upset that you're losing. Just take it slowly.
Good tips. James, anything you want to add to the tips for the players?
Just echo that. Baby steps. Just take it day by day. That's really it. Don't get frustrated. It's a new game. There'll be new things to do. And also as well, I agree with Art. If you're seeing tactics on day one, it's just that game of opinions, but it can't be the meta tactics in the first hours of the game. We still need to learn. And I could do a tactic today, clickbait, get so many views, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not going to release a tactic until a few days or even a week down the line, or even 2 weeks. So just baby steps, take it. And even if your friend's Division 6 by now and you're Division 7, next week you could be in Division 5 and he's still in Division 6. So just take it baby steps.
Yeah. my tip would be is to unlock the transfer market first, and then take it from there. No. All seriousness, I think the last thing you said is definitely the most important for me and to most people we train. Is please don't compare yourself to what anyone else is. If someone gets great pool, be happy for them. If you get a great pool, we'll be happy for you. If you win, nice. If you lose, it happens. If they're in Div 5 and you're in 7, who cares currently? Just don't compare yourself. And that's why if you go on a Discord, as like we do with the community, it's celebrating each other's wins and it's celebrating each other's pack pools. But it's not like, oh, I'm already in Div 3 and whatever happens and I won so much. No. Take this journey slowly because the power curve is being slowed down. There's no reason at all to force yourself to go all the way through and burn yourself out just by comparing yourself to someone else. There's no need. And don't compare yourself or don't be bored. I saw that this week as well. Yeah, content creators get the game early. They can buy the market. They will rule this game. One, they can't even compete in tournaments. Don't worry about that. They're not pros. Two, the chance you actually face one of those players at the start of the game or you're able to keep up with them spending-wise is very, minimal. Don't worry about that, right? It was frustrating when I was a little bit younger, but now I'm like, I've actually never faced any of them. And we'll catch up anyway, so we'll be fine. So, on that note, talk about we'll be fine. We'll be back next week as well. I hope everyone enjoys their first weekend in FC26 without actually having a weekend league to go on. So that's this is the first weekend, James, where you have to work hard without having anything there to work hard for. But we still have to make sure we're ready for next week. So that's the interesting tactics here. I can't wait to talk Weekend League next week or after, actually the week after it. Looking forward to it. And usually the first week's kind of quiet, right? So not expecting much from content, James. So we'll see. Of course, join the Patreon if you want to support us, but also want to see those new meta tactics we just announced. No, of course not. But if you want to support us and get early access to this show. And of course, make sure we can keep this going and join our lovely community on our closed Discord. So that's patreon.com/FUT IN review. It's of course youtube.com/FUT IN review. And you can find us at FUT IN review everywhere else on all socials as well, where I will show you clips from everything weird that happens, including there was a mini goal on my pitch this afternoon. And I still don't know what happened. If you want to show that picture, it's going to be on our socials and on our Discord. Catch you guys next week, which will leaves us with one thing left to do, and that is for us to
Drop it.
Drop it.
Drop it.
Drop it.
F-U.
T.
F-U.
T.
F-F-F-U.
T.
F-U. T.
T.
T. In view.
T.